first lesson this week will introduce you to the stave, also known as a staff. A stave is a set of 5 lines and 4 spaces, on which music is written. Notice how the notes fall on or in between the lines. At the beginning of a stave, you will find a clef. The clef will help you to identify what each note on the stave is. Today, we will learn about the treble clef and the bass clef. This is our treble clef. It contains notes that sound higher in pitch. If you play the piano, violin, flute, or the trumpet, you will see this clef often. These instruments are higher in pitch. We draw the treble clef like this, looping it around the second line, all the way up and above the 5th, and then straight back down into a hook, finishing it off with a dot. Now let's try drawing it together. Looping it around the second line, all the way up and above the 5th, and straight back down into a hook, finishing it off with a dot. This is our bass clef. It contains notes that sound lower in pitch. If you play the cello, piano, trombone, or double bass, you will see this clef often. These instruments are lower in pitch. This is how you draw a bass clef. Starting with a dot on the 4th line, curving it up towards the 5th, and then down in a diagonal direction, and finishing it off with 2 dots, one above the 4th line and one below. Let's try drawing it together. Starting with our dot on the 4th line, curving it towards the 5th line, and then down in a diagonal direction, and finishing it off with 2 dots, one above and below the 4th line. Together, these 2 clefs can make a grand stave. The treble clef will always go above. This is because it has notes that sound higher. The bass clef goes below, because its notes sound lower. They are joined with a bracket. If you play the piano, you will see the grand stave often.